Hey guys, Scary Guy back with another how-to video. I wanted to make Starcraft 2 videos, but there's millions of commentators out there, so I figured I'd switch it up and do something different. Instead, I've been getting, in my ladders at least, tons of what I call cheese. I mean, they're pretty not normal tactics, and I know a lot of my friends have been getting the same, so I'm gonna show, uh, how to deal with those. And I just want to show you guys my rankings. Like, I'm not that good of a player. I don't play that often. You can see by all the bonus points I have saved up. So, I mean, no way am I a professional StarCraft player. And I don't pretend to be. So, yeah, just watch. I hope you guys learn a bit. So, as you guys can see, there's the Zerg in the bottom right, and I spawned as Blue Terran in the bottom left. And I'm gonna do something a little different. For me, watching StarCraft videos and seeing everything on the screen at once, I mean, you always know what's coming, you know when an attack's coming, and it takes I don't know, it takes the excitement out of it. So I'm gonna try switching it to player only. And for this one, the reason I'm doing one of my videos is, of course, because I mean I had it there and easily accessible. But later on, I'm gonna, try and cast videos that, my friends send me or ones I find online. There's tons of replay websites, so I've been, scouring those, looking for good replays to show. I do have another one I'll probably cast next week. That's a Void Ray Rush and 2v2. So, I mean, I see Void Ray Rushes so often. It's not funny. Uh, it's not funny at all, because, I mean, most of the time, admittedly, I still lose to them. Really, the only thing I've found to deal with Void Rays or Needleless Rushes is to go Thors, because, I mean, Vikings, sometimes they'll be alright, but you need such an amount of Vikings to really be helpful at all. So you can see I'm going pretty normal strategy. Walling off, sending SCV around a scout. Of course, I don't know where the Zerg is, so I always scout the one, for this map at least, the one that's on my side first. And I'm getting a fairly early gas, just because I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen any units from him, so most of the time for Zerg, I either expect it's going to be a Zergling Rush or Mutas. I mean, that's pretty much all I see. So, wall off, usually get a few units. Sometimes I'll throw up a bunker behind the supply depots, just in case they go Baneling bust. I mean, if they see that I'm Terran and they go Baneling bust, throwing up a bunker, another barracks behind that wall just makes that wall even stronger. I try and go for this guy's first overlord, because, man, when you kill a Zerg's first overlord, it is such an advantage. But unfortunately, he's actually smart enough to realize he's getting attacked, and he sends Zerglings over. Now, I'm not too sure why he ran off. I mean, I got 2 Marines, and I mean, he probably could have took out that supply depot easy and ran in and killed some SCVs, but he decided to back off. So this is when I get a little worried, so I built an orbital command. Definitely nice to have scan. It's one of my favorite things about playing Terran as a race. You always have a scan, and as you can see there up at the top, I don't notice it right away, but boom, he builds a hatchery. I mean, if I wanted to do something like that, I would have built it out of their range of sight. I don't know if he meant to, but I mean, to me that's a little close, where he built it right where I can see it. And look, he's got all those lings, and he missed a chance to run into my base with them. I mean, they could easily take it out on my Marines, but he's just taking his time. So of course I see that, and first thing I'm gonna go for is siege tanks. I mean, I don't know what he's thinking building that hatchery there at first, but pretty safe to assume that he's gonna go spine crawlers, and usually they'll throw down creep tumors, so you can't build your wall back up, which is fairly annoying, and I find it takes so long for creep to disappear. I don't know if that's just me or not, but it just it takes a long time. So even though you kill the creep tumor or you kill the building, you still got the creep there and you can't build anything. It gets fairly annoying. So even there still, like, I don't know. If I was playing him, I still would have been attacking me. Even though he's building that, he's probably throwing most of his income into expanding that. But, I mean, he could have probably at least tried to take out my reactor before it got up and operational. He has a handful of Zerglings. As you can see, yeah, he has a bigger armory than me. And he has a better economy, of course, because he's Zerg. And there's another missed opportunity, I think. He's playing pretty defensively, but I know seeing that spine crawler, I mean, I have to do something about that one. I don't know how ridiculous the range on those things are, but every time I see them, the range just seems crazy. Like, you put 3 spine crawlers or up on a ridge, and the range is massive, and there's not much you can do about it. You usually have to go banshees against them, and for a while I think that's what I was thinking. I was gonna try and go banshees, but you can see I got a siege tech researching, and some tanks coming. He's got 12 Zerglings, so I mean, that's like one shot for the frickin' siege tank. Not that big of a deal. He built more lings, building more spine crawlers. As you can see, those 2 that are building now are going to be in range of everything. And once those buildings die, I can't make them again because the creep is still there. Here comes siege mode. And I went for the one that was operational. My thinking behind that was the other ones aren't up and hitting yet, so if I kill the one in the back, I can run in with my marines and kill the other ones, where that one can attack. So of course he charges at me with his lings. They get killed pretty quick, of course, and the siege tank starts working on the other spine crawlers. Of course, my wall's open now, and there's really no way to close it, so he's just gonna mass lings. And I get another tank out, start blasting them. And I got my CV there, and I'm like, why can't I build buildings? Stupid creep. And that's when lots of lings, but not quite enough to deal with 2 siege tanks. What I find really weird, he doesn't even wait to see if his attack works or not. He automatically brings a drone and a queen in. It's like he doesn't even, wait to see if it did anything or wait to see if it would work. And he's 68 units to 11. So, I mean, right now, I have a huge advantage. If he was to stay in, I mean, he wouldn't have lasted anyway. He lost that much economy. Anyways, hope that helps you guys a bit. Probably the biggest ever rule to stopping any sort of cheese or any sort of, tech and rush is to scout. You just gotta make sure you scout the enemy's base and scout it as early as you can. You gotta find that point where it's too early. You can't scout too early because then you don't know what they're going, or it's before they're making any refineries if they are. And you want to not scout too late so they don't already have their defenses up, so your scout doesn't get killed instantly. Anyways, hope this helps. Thanks. Bye.